I wanted my students to experience their entrepreneurship modules in a much more authentic, innovative, and real way. Up until I'd used Venture Validate, I had been using the traditional style business plan, which is extremely cumbersome, is pretty much defunct now at this stage, which the students found tedious and boring. There was no interactivity with it. It didn't allow them to work together as a group, and it didn't allow them to test their critical assumptions. And when I found Venture Validate, I found that this was a fantastic opportunity for students to work together in a group, to be able to work remotely. I think the fact that it's very self-directed, they liked taking ownership of their own learning rather than me sitting there telling them what idea generation is and going through idea generation techniques. They're able to discover that for themselves. There's lots of fantastic case studies that they can use as examples, and they really like being able to go back and forward with it, to be able to learn things for themselves and apply it then to their own learning. So I think it really allowed them to take ownership of their learning. They love it. The students now are very IT savvy. Their worlds revolve around IT. They love anything that is simulated. And I think particularly when it's something that makes their life a little easier. So they have all commented that it's interesting, that it's interactive, that it makes them think more innovatively, that they like that they can choose to go in and to go out, to learn, to work, to do. They love that they can work together as part of a team. The new chat function allows them to talk to each other, and it allows me to give them real-time feedback, which they find really helpful because it means that I can give them feedback before they have to see me a week later. And I suppose in terms of massive impact, it has significantly reduced time. It used to take them between, I suppose, 15 and 20 hours to do up a business plan. They work through the validate at 50% less time, and they end up with fantastic looking portfolios, which they can then take away and they use in interviews. They have used them as examples of work that they've done. And so they've got this fantastic looking portfolio at the end of it that has shown future employers that they have gone through the entire process of idea generation to a finished product and a business model. And the fact that they have completed feasibility studies, they've identified their critical assumptions and tested and validated them or invalidated them, as the case may be, is massive learning for them. And actually, that's something they really love as well, that they can test their assumptions and that they can see if they're valid or not. It makes it very much real life to them, and they enjoy that part of it as well. Oh, it's made the process a lot easier, a lot more time efficient, and it's made it a lot more interesting as well. You know, I love seeing their platforms being built up. I can dip in and out of all of my students' platforms as they're developing them and see how they're progressing. Whereas beforehand, I'd have to wait until they submitted a Word document business plan. This is allowing them their creativity as well, because they can upload images, they can upload attachments with it. They do TikToks and all this kind of stuff, and the platform allows them to upload things. It has reduced my time in terms of feedback and feed forward significantly. I would say on average, it's reduced it by 20 hours over the semester. It also means that the quality of work that's produced at the end of the semester is much, much higher, because there's that constant interaction between me and the student, because they're working on it live throughout the semester I can dip in and out of it live throughout the semester. It means that if I can redirect them easily, I can give them feedback, feed forward, and their quality of work as a result, and their quality of learning and the experience of the module has increased significantly as a result.